All right, so um, welcome to today's class. Today we are going to be going outside of what we have been doing before to talk about what is known as this WordPress. And as you can see, WordPress over everything you need to build and grow any website with manage WordPress hosting, and again a lot of other things that they gave you like that. But what is WordPress in general? WordPress is just a software that you can use to build sites. So instead of you writing code the way we are doing it before, most of the thing you do with this one is just like drag and drop. So you can think of WordPress as a middle code application that you can use to build any website. You're still going to do coding stuff when you need to do some advanced stuff, but building some basic sites that you need, you don't need to code everything yourself. So they have set up the necessary stuff. Your own is just to start using their themes or customize the themes, and at the same time, move the element around on the page based on the setting that will be given to you from the software there. And when you're talking about this WordPress, it comes in two ways. There is one that, as you can see here, they will help you with the hosting and everything. You don't need to do any hosting yourself. They will handle everything for you, which is WordPress.com. But we have another one, which is WordPress like this, and that one is .org. So when you want to do everything yourself, like the hosting, the database connection, and everything like that, then you use this WordPress dot as you can see now. So now can you see the same WordPress, but now this one is now the blog tools and some other CMS is just content management system. So when you want to be like a blog, or where you can, maybe you have a business that you want to showcase what you are selling, and again people can buy from that site, quite easier to do using WordPress, because this thing was built from ground based on all this kind of a website. Or you want to build portfolio, any kind of a site you want to build, you can use WordPress. But when you want to do some advanced stuff, you need to have knowledge of coding, and it have its own programming language that is using. And the programming language is using is known as a PHP. There is a programming language that you have to learn on its own. For using WordPress, you don't need to know PHP first, because it comes with drag and drop and installing things. That's what you do most there. But if you now want to build some stuff yourself, like custom stuff, then you need to know about PHP. But at first, you don't need to know about, you can see, written in PHP is a language that you can use to build back-end or front-end application too. There, but it depends on HTML too, because whatever you be doing is just combination of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and some other things that related to backend. So PHP can handle everything for you. So someone now comes in and just combine everything together as a software. So your own is just to install it, and from there you can build anything you want. And just like the way I mentioned it, there are two ways of using it. So we have the WordPress.org, which you are going to download it. So you download the WordPress on your system, then you do the setup yourself. But instead of you doing this one, you can use this WordPress.com, which will help you to do the setup online. But here, you have to go with their plan. Luckily for us, they have free plan there too, like that. But they have paid plan for some other things that you need to use, or what do you need to do. But if you don't want to do with their own payment, you want to host it yourself, you want to create your domain and everything, you can go to the .org, download it, do the necessary setup, upload it on all these hosting platform. Most of all these hosting platform that we have, they have this WordPress inbuilt into them. You only just to install, or you upload the file. Assuming you download it for yourself using the organ, then they have the upload button that you can use to upload all the file. Or if you want to do it directly from those hosting platforms, they can help you to do this stuff. For example, now we have this Namecheap. This is one of the hosting platform that we normally use in Nigeria here, because their things are quite cheap, just like the name, like that. So going to their site, you see they can help you with the domain. and they can help you with hosting. If you remember last time when we want to deploy our application, we talked about the hosting, which is where you are going to put all the file, everything that you are doing on your system. In order for people to have access to it, you need to put it somewhere so that they can request for that file. So how do they not get to where that file is located? We have a unique name that normally assigned to a particular computer IP, which is what we call the domain. And as you can see, you can register domain there on their side. As you can see, for the .com, they have this, for the .org and so forth like that, depending on the type of the domain you want to use. Most of us say we have some other one too. If you need in Nigeria, like the BU in Nigeria, we have this African domain king. So I have this other one. This is domain king, which is one I normally use when I want to purchase something in Naira there, like that. So they have hosting plan, and at the same time too, they have domain. But their own now, they are depending on another service. They're like a reseller. You have a shop somewhere, then you go there and collect it, you sell it, then like that. So that's what they are, but they just put yourself, and as you can see, their price is in Naira. Not that you have to start finding card that can pay in dollar like that. And most especially when you are dealing with Nigeria business, most of the time what you see is this .com .ng, and this is how you are going to pay for it per month, or you can actually pay per year depending on what you want. And as you can see, they can help you with web hosting. And if you look at some of their stuff they are giving you, we should see like WordPress there, like that. If you check all so this is for this is how much you pay for this simple web hosting. Can you see now? They have WordPress hostings, and this is what you pay per month, like that, which is 4,500, and these are the things you have access to. So they give you 40 gig. Don't forget it's computer they are setting up somewhere. So that computer now, you are just sharing some resources there, and one of the resources you get out of it is this 40 gig SSD, which means it will really be fast to read the file or to save anything, because SSD is more faster than the edge, like that. Again, they give you the SSL certificate. As you can see, this key that is here, this is what we call SSL, which is like a security protocol that secure your site, like that. So if you look at this site now, you see that it will tell you that this site is connection is secure. So it's this SSL, and it's not free, but they will help you to set it up freely, because there's certificate out of there. There's something the browser used to check before it go to a particular site. So it has done it, and as you can see here, it says that this site is secure because they have SSL certificate. So for it, they will help you to set it up, and some other information like this uptime. So which means your site will not never be down. So anytime user go to the site, just be sure that they are going to see the site, because when you host, that's why you cannot do it yourself. Because if you want to do it yourself, then your system must be on 24/7. Internet must be there. Nothing must happen to it. And doing it yourself, you are going to spend a lot of money, more than what these people, because they have like a station, like different computers joined together. And again, it's not just for you alone, it's for a lot of people like that. So the price is going to be cheap compared to you setting it up yourself, because you have to be there, you have to cater for security and everything. But as you can see here, they have everything included. And again, as you can see, you can use it for hosting two websites. But if you need more than that, or if you need other things, and as you can see, they have this site widget that you can add there, like that. But we're not going to be doing all this. But assuming you want to do it in a real sense, first you have to get your domain. Then after getting the domain, you have to purchase the hosting, because that's where you are going to save all the file. And once you purchase this now, you see where to install WordPress, and you start putting whatever you want to put there. But instead of us using all this paid one, what we can just do is to use the normal WordPress that we have there, like that. And as you can see, their own too, they have their plan. As you can see, for personal site like that, you pay for, these people now is in dollar too, because it's not for Nigeria, like that. So for the premium one, it's $8 per month. And for the business, and as you can see, each one of the stuff that you have access to, and you can see for the $4, the 6 gig storage. But that one now is 40 gig for 4,000. You see that it's really cheap there, like that. But there are those people too, they are depending on this kind of services here like that. This one too is cheap, assuming we are using dollar, and I know it's really really cheap, but because exchange rate, that's what is going to make it to look like big, but it's small money to them. They assuming you are outside and you are dealing with dollar like that. And for their aid, for the premium one, as you can see, that one is 13. And for this one, depending on what you want, you can even set the storage yourself. But by default, for this 25, oh, what they'll give you is 50. But as you can see, you can switch to any other one that you want, and then the thing will bill you according to what you pick from there. Like that. But and again, as you can see, they have the commerce. Like you have a site where you can sell, and people can, so it to make sure that you have a lot of storage and some other thing that you want, or the enterprise. We, you know, this one, you have to tell them your goal. Then based on your goal, they will create the stuff for you, and you pay whatever money they are going to tell you there like that. As you can see, a lot of people that say they are using them. I don't know, but they say people they are using that particular enterprise there. So this one doesn't have limit, like it doesn't have cap. So you just keep using it based on whatever the bill that they've given to you. But we are not going to do that. What we just need to do is to go to this main WordPress .com like that. So you can sign up if it's this your first time. You are going there, and if it's not your first time, then what you just need to do is to log in. And once you log in, it's going to give you your dashboard. And as you can see that I've already logged in. That's why it's showing this my dashboard. Now I told you this is the software, but this is where we are going to be controlling everything you want to show at the front end to the user. As you can see, you can create posts if you want to do like the blog like that, or you can create pages, you can upload all the materials that you need for the stuff. Again, other thing that you're going to be interacting with here is under the plugins, which are something you can install to enhance your site. For example, you want to install a plugin that can allow you to collect user information like form now. So you know you need to be building all this in yourself. What you just do is to install the plugin that can do that magic for you. Again, too, it have appearance where you can customize the theme, or just like the application we develop. You know, we are the one that bring the color, put everything together. But yeah, now what you just do is to install theme, and once you install theme, it will update the site. And as you can see, this one currently, I have this domain, which is this Samsung .wordpress.com. You know, since we are using the free one, they will give us this free domain, and I can go to the site. So clicking on it, you see that it will go to that site. This is what we call the front end. That one you are seeing is the back end, where you make changes to the site. And as you can see, it's showing all this item at the top because I already logged in with my same account. But assuming I check it from a browser that doesn't have the account there like that, for example, going into this private like that, then run it, you will not see any other things. This is what the user are going to see on their own end. But because I'm checking it from the same page that I logged in with, so it's going to show my menu, so I can edit or add any post page and so forth like that. And as you can see, all this item is just for you to customize them using that dashboard and some other tooling that the WordPress is giving you. So when you want to build something fast and you don't want to stress yourself, you can quickly use WordPress. For example, you have a page where you want to, you know, display all the products that you are selling, and then for example, you just want to start from the basic one like this one. Just want to display the product, and from there they can click on it to see the full details, and from there they can order. So WordPress app, or a lot of things has been developed for WordPress. You want to just to click button, and everything will be set up for you, and it's really really fast to do something like that. And this is a thing that I use there. But how do you set this thing up? So in order for us to set it up, so the first thing you need to do is to log in into WordPress so that you can have access to dashboard. And the reason it was showing my own there because I've already logged in, but I'm going to do it here from this side because this is just ignito mode. So there won't be anything like login details here like that. So we just need to go to the same WordPress.com, not the .org. If it's .org, that one means you want to download it and set everything up yourself, which is advanced than this one, like that. Because that one you need to have basic knowledge of PHP and how to set up database and connect everything together. But with this one, you don't need to do that. They will undo everything for you. But if you want to have total control over everything, like whatever you used to do here, you still be doing it, but you want to have total control, then you need to do that .org home, which is something I think we might need to do that one too in next class. Does that one have some stuff you need to install first on your system before it can work. So, and as you can see here, this is what you are going to see when you go to the site with that logging in there, like that. As you can see, hassle free WordPress, so you don't need to do any setup. They will undo everything for you like that, and you can use it to build any site that you want. Any site you can think of, you can use WordPress to build it. So you can set things up yourself, or you go online and look for plugin and themes that you can use to set up that particular site. For example, here now, a lot of sites that you are going to see, like maybe like all these cargo sites where they can help you to process. Maybe you want to sell parcel to abroad, or you want to sell something, maybe your own is even local, not international. You are dealing with interstate in Nigeria, so you help people to transport their goods, but you want to create a site where people can go and put whatever they want to sell. So we used to normally call those type of sites as logistics sites, or like that. So if you go now, you can just go online to logistics like this. You just need to type theme for WordPress like this. Some of them are paid, while some of them are free, like that. As you can see, you just need to go to where or which one you want the site that have the theme. Some of them, they will give you part of it free, and you have to pay to get the full version. But most of the time, the one they are giving you is even enough. What you just need to do is to find other plugin to make that into come, or you start doing the designing yourself, like that. So the first thing you need to do is to come to this WordPress. Then you can log in if you have account before, but if you don't have account, you click on get started. And by default, I think they give you one site when you are using it for free. So when you're using it for free, you only have access to one site per account that you have. So we can't have multiple sites. As you can see, that one that will show that domain key, so they tell you that it's going to be 2 sites there, because you are paying for that one, or you can even pay more than that, so that you can, like, one hosting plan, but you can install multiple sites on it, which is something you can use. Maybe you want to be doing it for people, you don't want to start creating it for each one of them. But I will advise you, when you want to do this stuff, each site to have their own hosting plan, just simple hosting, not that you buy the big one and you now start putting all of them inside. So if something happen with one, it can affect the other one, because they are sharing the same space. But instead of you doing that, what you do is just buy the one that is just for one side. Then when you need another one, you buy for another side, because you know each one of them are going to have different domain. So when you want to work for a particular, maybe your brand, and you want to create the site so that you can display your product there. Again, someone in answered it. I love this thing that you did, though. Can you do something like that for me? So not that you go and put it on that one. What you do is to purchase another hosting and the domain. And most of the time, you do the two of them together. You purchase the hosting and the domain together. And some of them, when you are purchasing hosting, they used to give you free one, but that free one might not be exact name that you want, because they can give you maybe like dot something or dot xyz dot, but the name, the one you need is dot com. Most of the time, you don't give dot com for free because it's not that. So most of the time, the one they give free is just like, or they add their own random name to it, so that it doesn't make it look, so that you can go back and buy the correct one. Because they are giving you for free, there's no way they will be able to sell their stuff. And as you can see, the next thing is for us to create account. I will go with the Google account. So once you click on continue with Google, the next thing is for you to log in with the Google. If you have the Google set up already, it will show, but because I'm using Ignito mode, so nothing will be there at all. So let me use that same another email, because if I use that other one, it will see that I already have one site already, so it will just go back to that one. So that's what I want to use this one like this. So press enter. What's going on? Press enter. So this one is going to ask me to log in. Yes, so let me put a password. And once uh, that's my mail now. But it's not showing my, let me check. It's not showing my face correctly. So let me go back to my, what did I type? Yes, that's my mail now. Is it not the same mail here? There was one with my, ah, not, is it here? So going back to that place, uh, RASTA. Yes, now. Ah, I don't know what's going on because I put the correct email. Let me check. Is it blocking it or anything? I did not see any blocking message. So I'm coming. All right. So continue. Let me go back to the page so that it can load. So once it loads, once you pick it up, it will see here, and everything should continue from there. But I'm not seeing it. Okay, yeah, let's pick it up. So as you can see now, choose your domain like that, or if you already purchased it before, what you just need to do is just to put it there. But what do we want to call our site? So I'm just going to call it let me just call it like this. If someone have not taken the stuff, and as you can see, you can pick any one of them, but you see that they are showing this thing, but that's not what we want. What we actually want is this yummy whatever stuff, the free one. So we don't want to pay for the stuff, but if you want to pay, as you can see, say if someone is using yummy already like that, but blog we don't need it, so let's just go with this your shop 4. So that means somebody is using what should we use? That means nobody is using this, so you did not add any random name to it. So if you type something here and you see the same thing, it means it's available. And you can even go to all those sites to check whether the name you want to use is available, because you can't use something that somebody is already using. It has to unique. Every name you have seen online, all of them are unique. So nobody, you can't just go online and say you want to go and register google.com again. So it will not work. So as you can see, the next thing we need to do is to continue like that. So again, we don't want any of this thing. We just, as you can see, you only have access to 1 gig storage, unlimited pages, posts, user, and visitor like anybody. But you can't upload whatever as data you're going to be uploading later on. You can't go more than 1 gig. But if you are doing personal, as you can see, you have the same unlimited whatever stuff and some stats. So if you are paying for premium, these are the stuff and some other thing that we've seen before. But what we want is this stats. And again, to this one, you can actually upgrade to any of the plan later on once you pass the limit. Again, what would you like to create? This one is just a way of them, advertise, do the advertisement, whatever stuff. So you want to just create, let's say, create, where is that? I think it should just be this promote showcase a portfolio, which is something we need to even click. Let's just say showcase a portfolio like that, because we are trying to build a portfolio. And I will advise you to do this thing too. First, you think of the site you want, something simple first. Then from there, you set up a WordPress for it, like that. Then the next thing, you look for the theme, but by following the same thing I'm doing. As you can see here, they have different themes. Everything here too. You have the paid one and you have the free one, or you can even go online and look for a theme, then you install them later on. And depending on the type of the stuff you want to do, as you can you see that they are suggesting portfolio because we pick for portfolio here. So they are giving us a portfolio theme like that. What's portfolio? This is where you can showcase, like, okay, this is where I am and this is what I do, or these are my services and so forth, like that. So, but you still have the other this thing that you can pick from there. So once you install it, this is how the site is going to look like. Even though you can customize the stuff, or you can see more of them, or you pick anyone you want. If you want to deal with maybe like a restaurant site where they can pick something and you just look for restaurant scene here, like that. So they have a lot, as you can see. So you just need to pick from the option, and they are going to bring different one for you. You can still customize them, but this is what you have currently there, like that. And I think I loved this one like that. So let's just pick it. So from there, as you can see, you can pick your color. You can set up like all those things we normally do by ourselves. It's just clicking of button to do all these things. So you can set up your colors. As you can see, this is the branding, and as you can see now, they have the premium one. But I think let's just go with the free, since we cannot do anything with the same thing here too. As you can see, this is the font it's using. But if you want any premium font like this, you can do it. So we just unlock the uh no, we don't want. No, 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 no. Let me back. It's not giving. Did I available on? Oh, available on personal. It's not available for us. Let me all those one. They just let's use this, but we can change the theme later on by even go online and get the theme. You see how to install. So this is how your site is going to look like that. So continue. And once it loads, we should have our site, and again you're going to have dashboard. So from the dashboard, you can add multiple pages. If you want to deal with the blog too, you can add posts. So even the site for Mayorverse that you have here is using WordPress like that. So but we use the downloadable one, like, because we download the stuff so that we can have total control and host it anywhere we want, not that we'll be constrained to this wordpress.com. So if you want to save the stuff anywhere you want, even this one too, you can still export it later on so that you'll be able to host it anywhere. But it's always good that you just start the stuff from scratch yourself, so that you can have total control over what you want, and you know that that's what you want to do. So why is it taking time? So the network, yeah, I think it's back. And as you can see now, we have our dashboard, which is where you are going to be spending 90% of your time, because this is where you customize everything. Whatever you want the user to see on the screen or on their system, this is where you are going to customize them. So you have the home page where you see summary of whatever that is going on your distance. So as you can see, skip, and from there, so as you can see, you are going to see summary of the site. So this is a site like that, which we can open in another tab like that. It's there already, it's posted already like that. Just go there, and as you can see, you are going to get the site with the domain content. But this is not the content that we want there. So we want a particular content, so it now depends on whatever content you want to put on the page like that. But let's go back. So you have the home page, you have the statistics where you can see the start of what is going on behind the scene. And as you can see, last 7 days, what are the people that visited this site? As you can see, the visitor, what did they view? Did they like anything there? Did they drop any comment from you? Like, you don't need to build any of, they are there already. Once you create a blog post, if you want it to have comment, you can even approve comment before it show on the screen. So you are going to see everything on your dashboard. For you to build something like this, not many days it's going to take, but we just click of buttons, we have it. The only thing we just need to do is to customize the stuff to look like what we want, like that. And just like what we mentioned, so here we can go online. I don't want this logistics team again. What I want is products, or let me just say product selling, like this theme for WordPress. And as you can see, just click on any of these sites, Team Forest or any other sites like that, and they will bring out different this thing for you. But let me go back to the page. So we have this. If you want to upgrade, so you can upgrade anything you want. So this post now, this is where you're going to see all the posts that you've made on the site are there like that, just like the Mailverse that I talked about. So let's say actually I have a post page where you see the list of posts. So where are those posts being created from? They are being created from this particular site. As you can see, these are the sample posts that the stuff has created by default. As you can see, the title, then some other thing that you can do with it by editing it. So once you click on edit, it will take you to a page where you can edit what is inside that place. So what you just be doing is just to be typing as if you are typing normal, and the way you type it, that same way is going to appear to the user, and that thing is known as what you see is what you get. That means whatever you are seeing here, that's the same thing that you are going to get. And as you can see from here, it have a page where you can edit your content, and it's going to generate the necessary HTML code behind the scene. Your own is just to click on the text, change what you want, and it will update whatever it needs to update once you publish. So since I've not changed anything, that's why I don't have publish. You can save, and at the same time you can publish. So when you don't publish, it means the user will not see it, but you will still see all your changes. But once you publish, then it will be available to people to see, like that. For example, we can just say our first post for WordPress sites like this. And again, you can do whatever you want with it. And as you can see, this thing has already given us the save like that. So once you save, then everything will be available. But normally, this is supposed to have the option to publish. Let me check if that's the way they have the one. But when you are working with the custom one, we have save and you have the publish, because you don't want to just send the stuff instantly like that. So going back to the site, so where's our site? Going back to the site, so this is our site here. So reload the page, we should see, as you can see now, it has changed. And if I click on it, that information that was filled, everything is going to, but you know the way it's arranging it, it's quite different from the way, but you see the same pattern of, like me, the title, the way, the boldness of the title and everything. That's the way it is going to bring it along with the content that you put inside there. And as you can see here, you can like, if you want, you can like the post, or you can reblog whatever stuff that you want. But we don't care about all this thing, and that's the reason why you need to firstly understand what you are trying to build. So once you understand what you are trying to build, the next thing is to look for sample, or you get how things are going to look like. And once you get how things are going to look like, the next thing is start to fill in the details there like that. So we can go back by just clicking on this, and as you can see, it will update the stuff, or you can duplicate, you can trash. That means you don't want that post again on the page if you don't want people to see the stuff. And as you can see, how many people have seen this thing, so it's showing 0 because we are still the one looking the stuff. So apart from posts, we have pages. So apart from, so you need to know the difference between post and page. So for example, here now, going back to the site, you can see I'm moving from one page to another page. So this is one page entirely, which is where we are seeing the list of our posts. But again, as you can see, there is about page. So once you click about page, can you see this is another content? Just like the way we normally do that, you are going to have home page that you create HTML for that. You create HTML for, so this one now, you don't need to be creating the file. It will, your own is just to go to that place, create the page, and it will generate the necessary stuff that needs to be generated. So apart from this about now, we might want to create a contact page. So what we just need to do is to go to pages like this. The same thing too, it will list it like the way it lists the post, with just, you can see here, we have the about, which is something I just clicked right now. So we can duplicate it if you want to have that same copy. Like me, the layout is the same, but those different content. So you can quickly duplicate it so that you make simple change. But if you don't want to do that, what you can just do is to just create a blank page. So once you click on that add page, then it's going to take you to where you can do the setting for that particular page, and you can put the necessary thing that needs to be there. As you can see, like what is the title of the page, so we can just call it contact us, but there's a better way of handling all these things by using other theme. This is the default theme, and it's giving this interface to edit, but we have some advanced edit tooling that you can use, and that's where plugin comes into simply, because here now I don't like this editing whatever stuff that is showing like that. So as you can see, this is what I also publish the page like that. And once the page is published, as you can see, it has generated the URL for that. As you can see, slash contact has been generated. What we just need to do is to view the page, or we can, as you can see now, once we go to contact, you can see the title, and again, whatever the content that you put there later on, and you can edit the page directly from here. So once you click on edit, it will go back to that place, and you can edit whatever you want to edit there. So for example, now for the body, this is our contact page. But if you look at it, most of the thing we are doing is just text. But what if you want to put other content? That's where blocks comes in. So blocks is where you can generate different, like you can customize how this element looks like that. And as you can see there is plus here. So once you click on this block, as you can see, it's come with other type of content that you want. So this is what we have been doing since paragraph, which is normal text. But now I want to insert image, or you want to insert your H1 to X6, that's the heading. So if you want to insert list, which is your UL or OL, this is what you just click. Or you can even browse all, but it's not everything that is going to give you. If you need more advanced stuff, you need to install plugin so that you can impute other blocks, like like slider now. So you can actually install a plugin that give you slider. You just pick it from here. The next thing you just do is to show, like, pick all the images you want to use for the slider, and you don't need to care about the coding part of the stuff. And as you can see, these are the basic one that you have from the normal WordPress there. So they have paragraph, the heading, they have the list if you want to list out something, they have the code, if you want to impute code, they have details like that, they have this pre-formatted, they have the pull codes like that, you have the table in case you want to include table, they have the verse, which I don't care about, they have the classic editor, they have the syntax, they have the AI assistant, they have the written prompts, which is the AI to generate whatever stuff for you. Like they have the markdown, again they now have the media. So under the media, you can include image, so you can include gallery, as you can see, a list of this thing. You can include audio on the page, so cover, you can include file, media and text, you can include video, you can include image compress like that. So image compare, where you use to compare the image left and right, depending on the type of the application ahead. As you can see now, the slideshow. But now you might not actually like this pattern of slideshow, so there's some other. So once you click on it, as you can see, The next thing is for you to select all the images. But now, as you can see, it have generate with AI. So we just need to describe the image that we want like that. So we can just say UEFA Champions League like this. So and from there, it's going to generate the content that we want depending on the network speed. What's wrong with the network? Okay, it's still connected. All right, as you can see now, we have the image like that, and it's going to include the image. You can edit in case you need to edit what you want, or you can just add to gallery, so you can upload whatever file you want to showcase to the user. And if you already upload something before, you're going to see them under this media gallery. So these are the ones that have been there before, so we can just click on it and just add like that to the stuff. So pick it up, then update the stuff, and we can again, you can add or upload more images if you want to do that. But I'm not uploading anything, and as you can see now, our slider is here where you can click to move to left. So now save the content, and we can go back to our page. And again, some of these block, you need to adjust the setting so that it fits in into your stuff. So you can see this pop up to edit this particular block, or you can come to this side here to edit some. As you can see, it has this setting. So if you want the thing to be playing it by itself, like once you get to that page, it will start doing, so you can activate this option. And again, so can you see, so how many number of seconds it will take to move from one to the other one. You can see currently it's taking 3 seconds, but if you want, you can take it to 4 like that. Again, what type of transition do you want to use? So as you can see, slide, which is one moving left and right, fade, this one will not, it will just be like opacity, reducing the opacity of one and bringing the other one to the top, as you can see like that. So each one of the block you are using have their setting that you can use to customize the stuff, and you can't go more than what they give you. But if you want to do some stuff, can you not see now additional CSS? That's the reason you need experience of what we talked about before. Because when you want to do custom stuff, you need those coding parts. But most of the time, when you are starting, you don't really need them. As you can see, everything we have been doing since, we did not write any code at all. What we are just doing is clicking on buttons. And this is what most people used to call no-code sites. So when you talk about no-code site, they are just places where you can build site without you writing the code. It will generate the code for you based on whatever you are doing like that. And as you can see, all those things that we normally talk about, the row, the column. So this one a row now is going to put them side by the content side by side. Why this one is going to place them. So when you want to create a group, and that group you want the content to be on top of each other there. So for example, now I have this row like that. Can you see now? It has given us, so I can put one content here. I can put another block at that place. So what you work with is block. Block is just the content, like the type of content you want to put at a particular area like that. Once you click on this, as you can see, I want to put the image by this side, so we can generate, or we can select the image from our media, something that you've uploaded before. So select them by this side, and as you can see that this image now is really large, so you can see we can crop, or you can do some other settings that you want with the stuff. So under the block settings, as you can see, you can give it the alternative image. What's the aspect ratio? It's using original size, but I don't want it to be original size. I just want it to be square like that, or I want it to be standard, which is this 4. This thing you can even crop the stuff based on what you want to do, or even mirror, like change some stuff about the stuff. And once you are done, you can apply, and everything will be there. And once you are done, you click on save. But what if you want to see the page information? So that's the page. This page section give you the information about the page you are working on. As you can see, the status is published, the time it was published, the slot is like the URL part that you have there. So the author because now you can have a site that different people can go there to update. You know who update the person, the type of what he's using, and if you want to delete the sub like that, or if you want to change what is using as part of the URL, that's where you can write all these things here. But majorly, most of the time, that's what you just need. And this set featured image, when you type some sites on WhatsApp, you see that it's displaying one image there before you now and some other description. So that's where all this one comes in. So the text you normally see there like that, and the image that pop up, so you can set it up here too like that. So once you go to your WhatsApp and you type that address, this is whatever image you have here, that's what is going to bring out. But if you don't have the image, then WhatsApp is not going to show anything like this. And since we make changes, we need to save the stuff, and we can preview it in another page entirely without with. And as you can see now, we have our content. The slider is here, which is what you can use. So you can slide from left to right, or just leave it so that it change by itself. So most of the time, what you do is to customize based on the block that this thing is giving you. But as you can see here, we are limited to some stuff or some things we want to do. This page itself is not that giving me the vibe of changing page content. So instead of you using the default this editor for this, we have other editor that you can use. One of them is this DV here, and that's what Mayoverse is using for our editing. So once enter, it have a lot of powerful editing of the page, and it have a lot of other blocks that you can use compared to the inbuilt one that we are using right now. So another one that you can use is known as this Elementor like this. So this is another one that you can use. As you can see, it helps you to build site, and they have plugin for WordPress, but most of the time they are not free like that. But let me go back to the home. This is about basic stuff about the page like that. So the next thing we have there is a comment. This is where you can regulate or manage all the comments that is coming from a particular post. If you enable comment, so you are going to see all the comment here, who dropped the comment in response to submitted on the day that it was submitted, and as you can see, you can, all of them will be in pending. So you can, once the comment is here, it's now left for you to approve or to trash the stuff, because you don't want to show any comment on your site. So this is where you manage all this one. But most of the time, it's those people that want to use the site that will be doing this one. But you need to explain to them like that. So feedback, if you want to do all this. Again, we have this O commas here, which is what we use when you have a site that deal with payments. Just like the site where you can sell gadget now, like that. So all this thing, you need to be able to process payments. So WooCommerce make this thing easier in WordPress. So it's an extension that you can use to manage, as you can see, store. So it helps you to sell your product online, whether it is a physical product or it is digital product. So it can help you. What you just need to do is to start setting up the store, but there's some still other thing you need to do. As you can see, you need to fill a lot of all this information, which I don't want to fill right now. As you can see, step 1 of 4, because you need to put a lot of things. Again, later on, you need to connect Paystack into it. You need to have a payment process. So Paystack can now help you to collect payment, but this one will be the one that will process the details of the payment. So it's one that lists out, okay, this is what the particular social person is trying to purchase, and this is the day the payment was made. But what are you using to make payment? That's where Paystack comes in. But how do you add Paystack into your system there? So in order for you to add Paystack into system, that's where plugin comes in, because Paystack is not part of WordPress, so it's an external service. So you need to add it, and all these things they used to come in as a plugin. And we have different plugins that you can install. Maybe you want to create a site that user can log in, so there's a plugin for that. So for making sure that this your stuff is available online, like it's visible on Google, so you can use this Yoast SEO Premier. When you go to Google now, you just type maybe let's just say Jumia like this without even putting anything. You see that? Can you see that it show all this information from their site? So this is what we call SEO here, which is search engine optimization, which is a way of all this search stuff handling the content that is coming from their site. And if you do it correctly, as you can see, it's going to give you all these kind of I just type Jumia now. You can see their site is what is showing first. It's giving some extra information and some other title. This thing is showing under now. That's the title for that particular page. The same thing here too. When you go to jumia.com.ng now, this is the title they are using. So that's where it's picking all this thing from. But you know, we're not going to be the one that will be editing all this thing by ourselves. We are using WordPress. So whatever pages you are creating, the title of that page and the subtitle that is there. So this used here now can help you to streamline those data for SEO purpose, so that once someone search your name or search your site on Google, it will bring more information than just the name of the site that you just type on the search engine like that. So that's how it works. So this used here now can help you automate this work, not that you'll be doing the stuff yourself like that. As you can see, they have the free one, and again, what I told you, when you want to deal with form, there's a plugin for that. But you know, this one is free. You just it's paid, but you need to look for the free one. And how do you see? As you can see, they have different. You can, just upload any plugin that you download yourself or you purchase somewhere. Just upload it and you install it directly like that. Or you can even filter the stuff to see all the free one like that. So as you can see, all this one uh, but you have to upgrade before you can. And this is why I don't like using this one. We normally download it, then set it up by ourselves, because most of the time they will put it under you have to upgrade before you can, even though it's free, but you still have to upgrade before you can use some of the stuff like. So .org, you have to download it first. Like that, you can see this one has been installed, which is anti-spam, which protects your site from comment or the spam. Once you see that this person is dropping nonsense stuff, it will just block the person. So you don't need to be doing the work yourself like that. So you can see WooCommerce PayPal payment. If you want to include PayPal as your payment there, so you just need to add the this thing like that. So that's all from this plugin. And again, the other thing we have is now this appearance, so which is where you can change the theme of the site. So once you click on it, it look like this extension. You're going to see, just like the way we saw it before, you're going to see all the themes, and you can install any one of them anytime you need it. If it is free, like that, you can see available on business. I can see all these things. So you don't need to start designing something like this. So if you need it, just install. But you know, this one now is behind paywall. Or if you have it already on your system, maybe you download the theme from external source. What you just need to do is to click on install. As you can see, you upload and it's going to install it for you like that, which is something you can go online to look for theme, because now, as you can see, most of the theme, they are behind paywall. You have to, even though they are free, you have to upgrade to like personal before you can use them. But here now, you can see this one too, it looks like they are paid, but you can actually see free theme from here like that. For, and again, can you see they have different category like corporate, creative. They have a lot of, like, WordPress is really wide and large, and a lot of people develop things for it. So any type of site you want to build, just type it online that you are looking for the theme for that. So now let's for you to go there and start looking for the one that you want. And as you can see, you can preview it live to see. So if you, oh, I love this one, okay, I don't want to install it, I want to see how it's going to look like. So just click on it. You see that it will open it up for you in a page. It will be as if you are using it, but it's just a preview for you to see. As you can see, this is it here. And again, they are going to show you different pages that you can use for that particular theme. So you can see for this theme here now, as you can see, they have this one, they have this preview like that. Again, can you see other demo? So the same thing is what they use to design all these other one are like that, as you can see. So it's the same thing, but you can use it for different this. So if I want to preview this one now, you just need to click on it, and once it's click, as you can see now, so when you install this theme now, this is how it's going to look like, which is something you can customize. So all those pages, the way it was displayed there, this is how it will now be displayed now. So the name of the site, like this one, I can say it was built for hotel. So if you want, maybe you have a gig that I want to design for hotel now. So what you just do is that after you set up everything, the next thing is to look for the theme that is meant for hotel, because you don't just use themes anyhow. You use theme that develop for a specific niche or the type of the product you are trying to sell. So this one, assuming you are developing for hotel now, as you can see, this is kind of a like sample you can show to those people, but not every time you have to design everything first. You need to show sample. So when they now like, oh, we love this one, the next thing, then you now start developing again. You put their content, as you can see now. This is the content. All this thing, it will be there. Your own is now to replace this image with their own image that will be given to you. And as you can see, all those things that is coming out is already being built in. You don't need to do anything. The only thing you change is the content, or if you want, once you install it, the editor is here that you can use to edit anything you want. So you won't touch, most of the time you will not touch the code. What you just do is find the theme that matches what you want to do, because developing theme yourself is just as if you are typing you are doing your normal HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But when you want to do some custom, or when you are dealing with some application, some people don't use WordPress. You have to use your normal, this is like what I'm doing here now. We're not using anything like WordPress to do what we are doing. But our blog section, we're actually using WordPress for it. But every other thing, we do not use WordPress. And that's why you need knowledge about that. That's why I always explain now at first, not this WordPress like that, because this one you don't even need to have knowledge of coding before you can start using it. But it will get to a point you need to have the coding knowledge, because when you want to do some advanced stuff or customize the stuff deeply, you need to put some code here. And as you can see, their own slider now, see that this one too is changing, but the way they represent this one is quite different from that one there. And again, we can click on the about page like that. Can you see now? So this is how the page, the about page is looking like. So if you go to, as you can see, this one have sub menu that is coming down. They have the spa, they have the restaurant like that. And as you can see, it's bringing out the content for that part. They have the contact page, which is like what we are trying to build. And as you can see now, this one now have form where you can send requests, but now you need a plugin. But most of these things, they come with all these things out of the box when you buy them. That's why when you go to any theme you want, they will tell you, once you just click on it, they will tell you what are the bundles that you are going to get out of that theme. So if you scroll down to the section like that, as you can see, it can work with any of these WordPress like that. And if you go down to where they have what you can do with it, where is it safe? So as you can see, key features. So can you say unique drag and drop template builder? So they have the builder where you can just, you just need to be bringing, then drag and drop it to where you want. You know, like that block that we're clicking, you know, we can't just drag it to where we want. But with this theme now, it have drag and drop. So you pick the widget, then you drag it to where you want it to appear on the screen, and it will stay at that place like that. Again, can you see it have columns? It has slider, button, gallery, theme, stars. So it has all these things. Your own is now to start using them. Maybe you have your own custom page. So all these blocks now, you can now combine them together to form your own custom page. But you know, they have some of these sample page that you can quickly customize. But if you now have your own page that you want to build and you want to use, as you can see, they have all the necessary, even testimonial. They have the design now. Your own is just to put the name of the people and what the text they want. Again, too, as you can see, it is WooCommerce ready. Add your own shop and sell anything. So if you want to make it, so can it have a lot of features like that out of the box, and that's why I think the stuff is really cost like this, because this 59 is too much like that. There's a lot of them there. Even some of them they are $6 or whatever stuff. Or when you want to do all this thing, the person you are working for, you look at the thing, then you put all the costs together, because they are going to ask for your this thing. So if you want to purchase a thing, you put the cost of that thing into whatever the price you want to put there, like that. So yeah, sometimes they have the free one. So let me see. Let's go for the free. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Where are you now? Let me go to this one, the one I clicked before. So this is the DVD. Let's go down, 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 down. So this is the DVD. I'm just promoting this DV, this DV editor. But that's not what I want. So free WordPress theme like this. So as you can see, I not say best, I say free. 56 free. Yeah, let me go to this site. So you just need to click on all these sites, download our best free, then this theme forest. So you just need to go there. Some of them, they are, even though they say free, they will only give you parts, not everything. They will tell you that some blocks you can't use them until you pay. So that's not that they will give you the entire stuff free. So if you look at this one now, let me check. So they have this sharply, so to show you I don't like it. As you can see this one now, maybe like all these, can you see that this one have store where you have the cards there. So once you add the item, it will show the card. So you can use to any offer for your hot summer, whatever stuff. But instead of it, it's going to be your own product that is going to be the title of your product. As you can see, this thing has been downloaded 1.8 million times. Page speed, key feature, it have 200 plus demo, like that. And again, easy customization, best for any, can you see, price free or for, as you can see. So they don't really, they will just give you part of it, but if you need everything, like that, you have to, that they just say 200 plus demo. It's not that everything will give you for the free. If you just give you like 5 for free, and they'll say you have to pay to get the remaining one, like that. So yeah, now you can just click on demo if you want to see how it looks like in real time, how it looks like. Because most of the time, before you actually use anything, you need to see how it looks like first, like that. And most of the time, they will just redirect you to another site, which is what I hate about them. As you can see now, this thing has redirected me to another where the thing is actually coming from, like that. So again, that's how all these things work. This is another place where people used to set teams and buy teams. This ever to like that. So they have, as you can see, if you are dealing with e-commerce, you just need to click under it, and it's going to bring all the teams for the e-commerce. But I don't really like this Everto, because most of their things you have to pay. They don't have free stuff. You have to be behind subscription self. So you have to go behind subscription for you to be able to do some stuff. But it's really good for people that do things maybe rapidly like that. But you only want to do something that you just purchase once, not behind subscription that you have to be subscribing. But what's wrong with it is this thing is network. So once the network is okay, then it's going to give us. And once we add the theme, we just need to download the stuff. For example, let me go back to this side back, like that, and let me see. I think this is the thing. So let's preview the stuff. So preview, as you can see now, this is a preview. You can see it's showing that no item. So once you click it to show all the items that the user added to the cart, like that. So as you can see, you have the list. But this one is best for, as you can see, it's best for clothing business. Like it's more optimized for clothing, but you can now customize it for your own design. Then if you're dealing with gadgets, there's something like all this color, whatever stuff, like that. You can see it's changing color, like that. But what it's just doing is changing the image, not that it's actually changing the color of that stuff. So it's replacing the image with the one that matches the color that you select, and if you click on it, it will now go to a page where you see the full details. Then from there you can add to cart. So from there to, for now, please select some product option before. Okay, I need to select the color. So red, yes. So I only need one, I don't need two. So add to cart. And if we go up now, we should have one item and the price at that place. So the next thing we just to click on view cart. That's a this is another page to see the, so all this thing is something you have to create. But most of the time when you're installing this theme, it will be created for you. Your own is just to customize them. That's why they have different demos. Demos, they are different pages they have. So you just import them, and once you import, you make changes to them, or if it's not something that is there, then you can create. Then the next thing is just to apply. You can see now, you can even apply coupon like that. Then from there, you can just view or even check out. So where is the checkout page? As you can see, checkout page. So if this thing is including payment, you are going to see, as you can see, the billing, where they are going to deliver the stuff, and as you can see, you can pay with paper, cash on delivery, or you can pay with check. But most of the time, what do here is for them to pay with their card. Not if you want to include paper, you can do it, or if you want to include pay stack now. Assuming we now include pay stack to that WooCommerce, then it will appear here. So from there, you just need to pick the one you want. So proceed, and it will bring up. But now, because I've not filled all these things, so it's checking everything. And again, as you can see, return customer, you can click here to log in. So there's a plugin too that you can install that manage the user login system. Not that you'll be the one that will do the stuff. And where all these are going to come from, they are just going to come from here. But assuming we like this one, what we just need to do is to download it. They have it for us freely. So details, so let's click on details. Once you see the themes that you like, the next thing is for you to click on the details. It is free to download. You're going to see download button somewhere like that. Where are you? You can see these are the sample. So they have the home, they have the about, they have the contacts page. These are the templates that they are giving us there. And again, it has more. So where is this in now? This is the problem about most of them. They will call it free, and you will not see download button. You can say type free until I log in. Let me try to bring the stuff out again. Okay, and this theme forest is not loading. Here you can see a lot of free themes here. Because first you need to download before you can upload the stuff. But you can actually go to the pirate site too to get all these things like that, instead of coming to all this. So yeah, download. That's what I don't like about this site. So that's it. So we just need, so once you have the stuff, then you can install. Again, another thing that I need to talk about is this editor. This is where you change things about your site, like the name of the site, the footer section, your logo, and everything. So they will come from the editor. And again, too, is depending on the theme that you install. The way it's going to display will depend on the theme that you install. So some of the theme, they will give you the stuff to do there, while some, they will still be using the default WordPress editor. As you can see here, like that. So they have the page, they have templates. The template they are mentioning about there. So you can click on this thing, you are going to see, so they have the template for blog home, they have the template for index, which is the home page. So they have the template for archive, all the posts that you have. They have the template for 404. They have the template for page. So which means anytime you create your page, this is what is always going to use by default. So now, maybe later on, all your page used to look like the same thing. What we just need to do is to click on it like that, and we make changes. So now anytime we go to our page, you always see that the title is here and the content. So now what you just need to do, maybe if you want the title to be somewhere else, you just move it to another place. But it's not that easy to work with this silly editor for WordPress, and that's where other this editor comes in that we can use, which is something I mentioned, that DV like that. So what I want us to do next later on is that what we're going to be doing in our next class before we move into JavaScript, or before we get to next class, I'm going to find oh no, this is what you do. Let me see, which site can we clone, or just for example now, like these people now, these people waiting Femtech, they are using this thing too. They are using WordPress for their selling of that product. So if you go to Femtech now, Femtech IT, whatever stuff, their site is using WordPress. And how do you know any site is using WordPress? Just right click on it. You are going to see WP. Once you do WP, that WP is just WordPress. So most of the things it created for you, they used to use their name to save all the classes and some of things there. So all this thing you are seeing here now, they build, but they now use their own, like they customize it. And as you can see, they have different sections, or they have all these parts by this side. So we too can just go online and look for. And now can you check the stuff? So just right click on it, which is something I told you about. You just need to view page source. So once you view their page source like that, so you can click on this wrap. I mean, they have moved their stuff. So where are you? Catalog, view, bootstrap. You can see that CSS is there, but it's WordPress that is going to do all those things. So they are using some, you can see they are using this extension there, or they are using this plugin, which is their SO mega menu. So I don't know if this one is going to have it, but let's go into the plugin section like that, and we just search for mega menu. So we just need to, or let's just search for menu in general. So you can see, can you see max mega menu? But see, it's free, but you have it's behind paywall like that. But that's all we can see. So their one now, I think they use, look at the one they use. It's coming from these people. Their one is coming from SO. So you can see it again to SO extra slider. So it's just what you do is just whatever you want to do, just look for plugin that can do the stuff. So assuming you want to look for slider too, we just need to come to this our plugin like that. We just type slider. You type the name, not the full whatever, so that you can see different options. That as you can see, there is smart slider 3, there is this slider gallery and whatever carousel by this meta slider. So each one of them, I don't know why these people put everything behind paywall. So just click on it, and once you click on it, it will give you, if they have sample, they are going to show you, because you don't just install it anyhow. You look at it first. Does it follow what I want?
Hey, this is
Then
Peter, and
once
welcome
follow
to
what
Smart
you want,
Slider.
then
Smart
it will,
Slider is an old.
so you just go to, they will, like I see, they are showing how to install it. And once you install, I don't care about the installation process. And as you can see that you can customize all the thing there. So that's, you are not going to be doing HTML code. What you do is that they will give you the stuff they are going to use. You can see now they are changing the text. You are putting the title at the top. And you can even put it. Can you see, this is what we call drag and drop now. You just drag it to anywhere you want. As you can see the slider, you can adjust it. So can you see that it's using that our flex now, which is in row, which is putting two content. So can you see that it's just you are just adjusting, but it will be creating the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code behind the scene for you like that. But I don't know why these people put it in behind paywall, because it's just free. So what we can just do here is just search for it. So let me just copy it, paste it like this. So plugin download like that. So once you see, you can see it's coming from dot. Can you see that it's part of that .org too, like that. But .org, you are the one setting up everything yourself. So what we can just do, let's see if it is free there for the .org. Yeah, as you can see, download. Let me see. It's going to download it. Yeah, so it's downloading the stuff. So what we just need to do now, something that they put behind paywall there. So download it from that side. So now to use it, all we just need to do, go back to plugin, then you click on upload like that. So it's not left for you to, as you can see again, they are putting the stuff behind paywall. You cannot upload, and that's the reason why it's good to just set the stuff yourself locally, then you run it, then when you are done you can now upload it online. And I think that's what we should do for the next class, because that's what you're really going to use most. But this one is just to introduce us to the WordPress in general. But everything you are seeing here, that's the same thing you are going to see there. The difference is that this one is helping you to set in everything up. For that one, you have to set it up yourself first before you can see the stuff like this. And when you go to, let me just download it down. Um, let me just download it down. So what we just need to do is to go to that .org own. .org own, you are the one that will be settling it. As you can see, you have to download it, then set it up. That's its own. So what you need to do is to click on Get WordPress. So it will download it for you too. To go to the download page, as you can see, download and install it yourself, or which is the one we are dealing before. But this is what we want to do. We just want to download it by ourselves. And as you can see, once it's done, can you see it's just 20 something MB like that, or it goes more than that. So you know all this your blog, the pages that you are creating, this thing is saving them somewhere. So which means it's putting them inside database. So in order for you to use it locally, you need to have PHP, because you know I told you WordPress is using PHP. So in order for it to function, you need to have PHP interpreter. Because PHP doesn't just work like that on your system. It needs to interpret everything into what computer can do. So there's a software you need to install that can interpret everything for you. And again, too, is going to set up the server, just like the way we are running our this thing, our go live. So it have its own server. So what you need to do is now to run the stuff, and once you run it, it will now bring out the dashboard and some other setup. And how do you do all this thing? Everything I'm talking about, as you can see, the guide is the guide is here. Can you see recommended? So there's a lot of things you need to have. So WordPress is known for whatever stuff. So things to know before installing WordPress. Before you begin installing, there are a few things you need to do before whatever stuff like that. So, but you can see we download the stuff. Can you see? You have to create a database, because that's where it will be saving everything that you want to install or whatever you are saving. You need to save it somewhere, and it use a database. But in order for us to not, be doing the setup of database by ourselves and setting up PHP separately, there's a tools that you can use which is known as SAMP. So SAMP is this A is known as that Apache or whatever stuff. So the P there is for the PHP, and listen, let me type it. As you can see, this is the name. So this is a software. Can you see? SAMP is a free and easy to install Apache whatever stuff. So it helps you to set up database, PHP, which is what we need. So instead of you doing them separately, this software come with all of them, and it's come with software that you can just call with application where you just click on start, and it will start your database, and it will start your PHP for you automatically. So what you just need to do is just to download it. But the SAMP can be used on any operating system. That X there makes different operating system. But we have the one for Windows. If you want to use it, we have the one. So W there means window. As you can see, it's the same thing. It gives you PHP and that database too, but it only work on Windows. But when you look at that SAMP, that one can be used on, maybe you are not using Windows again, you move to another operating system like MacBook or this and that. You don't need to start looking for the one that works there. You just go and download that SAMP there too automatically, and you still continue with the same way you normally work on Windows. So that's the reason why you need the SAMP. So yeah, as you can see, you need to download. Since we are using Windows, it already detects the stuff that I'm using Windows already. You just need to pick the version that you want like that. I don't have this thing before. Let me search for it, but if it's on, it will be here, because I know that I've installed it before. No, this one is coming from online, so I don't have it. So what you just need to do is to download. As you can see, it come with PHP 8.0.3 like that. So this one is for this. So this one is for 8.1 and it's for 8.2 and PHP 8.2. But since it's the highest version, so I will go with that one like that because it's always good to go with the latest version. And once it's done, it will download the stuff for us. And when it's done, it's just to install the software on your system. And once you install the software on your system, then the next thing is for you to run the PHP and the server. But apart from that, you need to set up some stuff because you need to connect your WordPress to that your server. And that's the reason why we are using that online one first because we don't want to go through all the setup, whatever stuff. But yeah, now the next thing you need to do after that, as you can see, you need to find and rename this WP config sample to WP. You just remove sample and you change it to this one. Then you edit all the necessary stuff into like what you edit there is the name, the database. We are going to do everything together in the next class. I'm just downloading everything down so that we are not going to be constrained with that one that is just telling us that we have to pay before you can install. What we are doing right now is just to install it locally because everything we want to do now is not going to be online. But this one is already online. This one we did here is already online like this. What you just need to do, give that link to anybody, and once they go to this your me whatever stuff gadget up, they will see it. But with the one we want to do now, you have to deploy it before people can see it. What you are doing right now is local one. And that's what you see, like what I told you. What they are doing here, they are using the .org own. They are not using that dot with it because they are going to be behind paywall. And again, there are a lot of things you want to do that you will not be able to do. But installing it yourself and upload it later on, you have the power to do anything. Again, too, as you can see, they have all this kind of share, whatever. This is an extension to, or this plugin that you can install. You just need to go to that plugin section, search for whatever you want to do. You're going to see plugin for that. And that's this. You can see now they have login and register. They have track your order, which is like the logistics that I mentioned too. Logistics side, you're going to have something like this where you can put your order number. And once you click on track, it will show you all the information where the good is at that moment, and the next page the phase is going to go to WordPress have all these things. So that's why we want to have it so that you can have something you can start using to work. But that doesn't mean we'll stop from coding the stuff by ourselves too, like that. So we're going to create a more good these gadgets sites, and again we might need to add some other thing into it. But first, you need to have SAMP installed, which is something you need to download down for next class because the class is going to be live. As I'm doing it, you two are going to do the stuff. So the next class is going to be live class. And apart from SAMP, you need to go to the WordPress.org then to download WordPress down. Just like what I just did here. As you can see, my SAMP. Why is this one done? Even the file of 100 and something MB is done. You that is now up to that is done. So what we need to do is to install the SAMP. And once it's installed, just this one too, you're not doing anything. Just matter of clicking next install because it's just software and it will undo everything. That's why when you're using WordPress, you don't really do much of coding like that. It's just that when you want to do advanced, like that advanced is really deep. That's where you are going to go into writing the code like that. I know that I have this same before. It's not empty. I know that we must have had this exam before. But it's telling me now that the thing is there. That folder is there. So let me go to down under X. Because I know that I used to install all this software on my system, but it's not here. So why is it not saying this? I did not see anything like that. I uninstall it. So let me go to that folder. Because as a folder is asking for where you want to install. Normally you used to install under this local DC. So as you can see that folder is there already. But how come, as you can see, I've installed it before 2023. Because I know that I used to add all these things. I can see it have all these files. For that come, I don't have this. Where is that the file? I can't see it under this place. It's supposed to appear under the app if it is here, not under the search. Search means let me install it another place. So let me just put it inside SAM 2. But I don't want this thing to have problem later on. For some of these things, they used to work on all these folders. Because most of them they have their dedicated folder. If you change it, there are some stuff later on they will be doing behind the scene that will be looking for that specific folders. But let's just see maybe this thing will not have a problem like that. So once it's done installing, uh, all right, see this thing is still loading. So and again, uh, to make things from now on, you should start like once we do the local installation on like that, we might need to do the online one. Maybe we can just buy 1 month stuff just to do testing like that, because after 1 month, chill, that's the end of it. But mostly what you buy, the yearly one is always like lower compared to you buying them monthly like that. Like that domain king that I mentioned now, most of the stuff you want to do there is not that you'll be doing them this thing. You have to pay yearly, like pay 1 year down. Nothing they will even give you, nothing they even give you month. For this, they will show you the amount you pay per month, but majorly you pay yearly payment. So like that. So if you want to buy domain now, you can just come here, search for it, because you need to check whether it is available or somebody is not using it. So I can just say my store front, and if somebody is not using it, then it will bring, or if somebody is using one of them, it will bring the one that people are not using like that. You can see they have this mystofrontend.com.ng. As you can see, 6,400 and whatever stuff per year. That's for the domain only. Domain only, not the hosting. The difference between hosting and the domain. So when you now need the hosting from them too, then you can just go to their web hosting like that. I've not used them before for hosting. What I used to use them for is just domain alone like that. And as you can see, when you're using this, 4005 phone, they give you one free .com domain. So when you subscribe to this one, you are going to get one free .com domain, which means you might not even need to buy domain separately based on what they are saying here like that. So again, you have 20 gig space for this. So one free, one SSL. The first time they only apply to new customer. So which means the one in this plan, when you pay for a year upfront, as you can see, domain with this plan, so we only offer one free .com domain when you pay 1 year. So they will not give you when you don't pay 1 year. So if you click on order, it will go to their checkouts page. Even the site they're using, as you can see, is using PHP like that. So as you can see, they have 36 months, 24 months, or you have this 1 month like that. So if it is 1 month you want to do, as you can see, they will give you, I think they have minus, I think how many percentage? Okay, 55% remover. And as you can see, just need to pay payment. But don't forget, they will not give you that one free domain. But majorly, most of the time, what you do is 12 are like that. So as you can see, the total stuff is 32,400 just to host the stuff for 1 year, along with free one domain. So which means you don't even need to buy the domain again. It will be included already like that. But me, I always love to purchase domains separately, because this one now is part of this hosting plan. So which means if the hosting plan stop, it means you might lose the stuff, because they are the one that created the stuff for you, part of the hosting. So I always want them to be separated. Even most of the time, say, or sometimes you see that the hosting is coming from another company, domain is coming from another company, but you can actually connect them together so that when there's a problem with one, it will not really affect much the other one. So you only fix the problem here, not that you fix at the other side. Even though you might need to fix the other side too, but the problem is not really, making sure that all everything that is down here, this side too is down. So most of the time you separate them, but if you want to get their free, you can just free domain for first year included, as you can see for first year. So which means next year you want to renew now, you have to pay for the domain separately. So most of the time I always love to separate them. Don't even give me small food chop and later on you said I have to do this. And as you can see, you can pay in dollar or naira. Well, why am I going to be paying in dollar? Why I'm in Nigeria here? I like that. And they have the flutter wave, which is a Nigeria this same. So it's going to you are going to pay. Just connect your normal card, and it will pay for you there like that. So that's that. And then once you have an account with them, you can sign in. If you don't have an account with them, they don't have, then you create the stuff. There is this thing done. It's still unpacking the files. I think I will. Okay, that's the installation stuff. So the other thing is just going to start from the next class there like that. So let me